Alrighty, what is going on, guys? I think we are up and running. Let me just do one thing real quick, and then we'll be good. Hang on, bear with me. Hang on. Like that. Righty. Here. All right, so I'm actually going to start things off with, I'm going to go over how I am going to be playing FOMC. So I don't plan on taking any swing position until I see the dust settle, right? I got to know what's going on, guys. I've been talking about this, like, like this jaw-dropping move that I think is going to go down. It doesn't have to go down. I'm just saying it makes perfect sense to go down, all right? Now, I'm going to show you guys this right now, all right? So we're like... we're kind of in the middle here, all right? So, like, if you do start getting a move down, it's going to put you very quickly in the fear category, all right? And what that's going to do is, again, it's going to open up that door for, like, yeah, you could fall a little bit, but you're probably going to find support probably in the trading range, and then you're going to have a short squeeze on your hands, and then you're going to go up. So, like, you either do that, or I think they're going to send you up today. I'm full... That's freaking perfect, all right? That is perfect. I'm gonna be completely honest, dude. I do think they're probably going to end up sending us up today, right? I don't, but I'm gonna also say I don't know how Jerome is gonna spin the whole recession talk. I don't know how he would spin it like positively. I just don't see it happening. But, like, here's the thing. I don't think they're gonna hit you with the 50 basis point hike, and I already do know that they. I'll show you guys what you can look at over here. Okay, so the 2-year. We can pair that up with the Fed funds rate. All right, we're gonna take off percent. We're gonna put it on monthly chart. I think shows this pretty well. Yeah, guys, once this crosses over, this is when the Fed is like pivots, like every single time pivots, or they decide to pause. All right, now you get a pause, you're gonna get one sick nasty short squeeze. All right, you get a pivot. I think you also get a sick nasty short squeeze before they drop that, but that's gonna mark the start of, like, hey guys, we're gonna be crashing. All right, that's what's, like, that's what I'm saying, like something like that. And like, Jerome has a way with words. All right, I didn't. Let's just, I showed you guys this, so let's go back over here. Let's just review what happened last time. We'll use QQ. That's what I'm going to be playing today, because this is probably going to have the biggest moves, the biggest dollar percent moves, and dollar calls. See, here's I'm gonna actually go over what I think a lot of you guys are gonna like this, and that's why I'm doing like a, I decided to do the live stream here, because then it's not like, okay, people don't see a 50-minute live. I'm not gonna make it 50 minutes. We're gonna try and get out of here in like 30 minutes. But I don't want, like, I want to pay attention to what Jerome is saying, so I do not want to cram in a video come like like 3:20 or something like that. I don't want to do that. You broke its Fed highs, only a matter of time before SPY does too. I don't know about that, but I will actually agree with you that, hey, I had a condition over here. Like, hey, are we about to see the same exact formation, like topping process, go down over here? We could have, but guess what? You made a higher high. So as you were saying right now, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying this is definitely, it's bullish price action. I was saying before, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. What was going on was bullish, right? Also, we started getting confirmation that it was a bear trap. So if it's a bear trap, like, guys, we've had so many traps. So I'm just saying it makes perfect sense for me, all right, to see something like maybe we get a, we're going to have some whipsaw action. I'm going to go over what happened on the last two FOMCs, and it's going to tie into how I'm going to play this FOMC with a 0DT strangle. It is going to be, I'm excited for it. It's going to be fun. All right. But at the end of the day, guys, all right, just know this event is going to be tough to play. You are gambling if you're just playing one side. But also, even playing both sides is going to be tricky. So I'm going to go over how I plan on doing it. Just know if you are going to follow along with it, it's going to be tricky, and we're going to have to play things by ear. All right, but I'm going to show you guys how, like, hey, this is, almost it's not for sure. You're going to have to take action in the moment, but, I'm going to show you guys. All right. But yeah, this would, like, we get some whipsaw moves. All right. And then, like, boom. All right. Maybe they take you up and then they take you down. All right. And then you actually start breaking down through the bottom of the trading range over here on QQ, over here on SPY. All right. And that is when you actually start, you know, coming and really doing some structural damage to the chart. All right. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you really start on the daily chart, taking out, that's like way down there. I'm not even gonna say that. Maybe like right here, right? Then I mean, hey guys, you're kind of in the middle of nowhere up over there. All right. But yeah, we're gonna start off before we just look at the charts here and really talk about FOMC. We're gonna go talk about what happened last two FOMC meetings. We're gonna do this on the. We can actually start here with a 3-minute chart, but we cannot go far back enough for the other FOMC on the 3-minute chart. It just doesn't let me go back far enough. All right, but this gives us the best detail here, the best view here. All right, so let's just look at it. So I'm just going to actually show you guys the prices right now. I don't think these, I think right now, I think you're going to be able to get $2 out the money for anywhere from 60 to 70 cents when FOMC comes around. I've seen it before. I've tried playing this. Like, you know, I try and play FOMC every time. I'm going to be honest. All right. But this time, guys, I'm just letting you know. All right. I'm going to definitely be doing this late. All right. So like in the end, all right, I'm going to do everything I can to scrape a couple $100 out of this, but I do not want my emotions getting, you know, all over the place here. So I am, you know, guys, this is going to be a crazy event. That's all I'm saying. All right, and not crazy in the way that, like, oh, you know, the market's going to fall off a cliff or it's going to skyrocket. No, but it's going to be volatile, and it's going to probably go big in both directions. So let's just see what they currently are. So it's currently around 320. We'll say 322, so 90 cents. All right, put side is around $1. All right, so puts are a little more expensive than the calls right now. But you're 20 cents closer to them, so that probably is the price discrepancy right there. All right, so they're about 90 cents, but you're gonna see these die off a little bit. All right, you know, as time goes by, we have like an hour that's gonna go by. All right, but right on the moment, all right, right when 2 o'clock hits, all right, I can almost guarantee you're going to see an IV pump on the 0DTs, as well as, I mean, all puts, but probably the largest one on those 0DTs. All right. So your goal here, I mean, my goal here is I'm going to be buying $2 out the money. I want that one side to run in the money. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to go back here. All right. And I'm going to show you guys what has happened last time. So this is on the 3-minute chart, guys. So we, this is the exact candlestick right here. So this is 2 o'clock. And you started your candle right here. So I'm going to buy them right there just so I can make sure I'm capturing this movement. We're going to go over the next one too. It has the same action here. All right. In that first 3-minute candlestick, you jumped about $2. All right. But we'll call it, all right. You're patient here. You're waiting 15-minute candlestick. That's what these 3 candles were. Or no, this would be a 9-minute candlestick. All right. But yeah, in 10 minutes, you went $3. All right. So that's putting one of those, you know, your $2, one of those sides, $1 in the money. So they're going, I'm guessing they're going to be, we'll say they're probably going to be around 70 cents on the time. All right. Either way, I'm going to be buying something that's $50 to $100 per side there. All right. And it's going to be $2 to $3 out the money. Very likely it's going to be that $2 out the money there. All right. But yeah, here we go. So they'd be $1 in the money. What's $1 in the money over here? All right. Let's just look at that. And I'm going to do this, all right? But when Jerome comes on, that is when I'm going to also play another one. And I'm not going to do this strategy with that one, all right? So where is it? All right, so 320. What are they talking about? Oh, you're getting $1 in the money, all right? So it's 224, but it's probably going to be like, maybe it's like, you're probably going to be at like 100% gain, all right? If you're buying at 100, if you're buying at like $70, we'll say, though, you're going to be at like maybe 150% gain around there. All right. So you're going to sell one side. All right. And guess what? The other side comes back to life. All right. And that's what you can literally see right here. All right. If you really want, you can, like, you know, you can open up a strangle right here. You don't know which way it's going to go. I'm going to show you over here. All right. Last time you kind of, after Jerome started talking, it just kind of skyrocketed. So you couldn't have done this, but you could have done this. So as long as you're cutting one of those sides at 100, it's guaranteed you have no loss. So that's why I'm going to be playing this several times. So I'm going to have, yeah, I'm going to have a few shots of playing this. We have at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is when they have the rate hike announcement. Then 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. they have Jerome coming on. And again, I don't know how he's going to spin that. Like, you know, if someone brings up the term recession, maybe he does call it transitory. I don't know. That would be kind of something. All right. That would be something. And I mean, yeah, the recession is transitory. That's just by nature. They have to be. All right. Or we go into a depression, which I guess is also transitory, just on a longer time frame. But like, with, you know, what the heck? I don't know what he's going to say. That's what I'm getting at. All right. But I can't imagine them coming out and, you know, I can't imagine doing a 50 BP hike. And if they do the 25 BP hike, I do think, because that's what the market's expecting, I think that's just gonna, you know, there you go. And if they do the pause, which that's what, you know, the charts are saying, that we have the pause or the pivot right around the corner. It's going to be this one, the next one, the one after, the next 3 Fed meetings, including this one. That's what I'm going to say. It's your horizon for that pause or pivot, which is probably going to be a pivot by that point if they push it down the line. They can do a pause now, but again, you're still going to have that pivot sometime down the line because they have to do it. Because, you know, the bond market is telling the Fed they went too far, right? The Fed is not in control. But they can keep pissing off the bond market, all right? By, you know, like what they said last time, right? That pissed off the bond market. All right. But yeah, right here, guys, like that's what I'm saying. All right. So as long as you get to sell one side for 100% and you bought the same, you know, same price on both sides, like there you go. All right. Free trade after that. So, you know, if you then have another whipsaw move that now brings this back to life, right, you get to sell that. There's your gain right there. All right. Or, I mean, yeah, sometimes you're going to have bigger moves. Like, look, down the line, look, you went all the way up here to 315. All right. Well, we're buying over here. So $2 out the money over here from 311.50. 350, we'll say 313.50. All right. So again, you had another shot to do that. So when you came back down here, you could have, like, hey, you could have bought in the call side back. All right. That's what I'm getting at. And then, like, you know, yeah, you could have taken out a brand new strangle. All right. So that's, you know, I'm just saying we're going to have plenty of, you know, opportunity here. Then down here, this was at, this was the, right here when Jerome started talking. So you could have taken another strangle right here. So we'll say, yeah, you opened right here at 313, the open, yeah, 312.96, right? So 313, all right? So you're going to be playing maybe the 315. And again, maybe by this time, they're not going to be as juiced because now you've had some time going by. Maybe now the 50 cents, $2 out the money, all right? So now you got right here, 313, you're buying 311, all right? Look at this. You got that one in the money. So that one, you probably just went up another 100% on that side. Well, guess what? All right, boom. All right, if you were here, all right, and you were buying the whatever, so you bought the 315 strike. Well, guess what? If you didn't just panic sell the freaking call side, because, and that's the thing about these strangles, guys, all right? At least how I'm going to be playing them, in the end, you're going to have a move like this. So I am going to be experiencing this. That is the goal on playing the second round of strangles, or third. I just went over, like, hey, you had like pretty much two or three opportunities between right here to play your strangle, all right? And on this strangle down here, maybe you just got a, like, you know, a 50 to 100% gain on the overall strangle, all right? But over here, that is when, hey, if one side runs 300% in the money, that is when, or it's up 300%. That's when you can sell, all right? Even if the other one is at 0, that's when you're up, you're up 100%. All right, so let's just say from, let's say you got back down here, you open up another strangle. I don't know, all right, 312. Again, you do the $2 out the money thing, all right here. Definitely got your, you know, you want $4 down, all right? So now one of the sides is worth $200. One of the sides is worth 400%. Or, yeah, it's up 400% if it ran $4. You know, from there, you're $2 in the money, and you bought for 50 cents by this point. You know, there you go. All right. And then boom, the other side comes back. You could sell if you'd like. So I'm just going over, like, hey, guys, all right, if you're going to try playing this with me, just know, like, hey, you have a high chance. Like, this is, you know, these are the things, like, if you do not play them in the manner that I just described, all right, and if you're just going to hold for one side just to run, like, massively in the money, you have the potential of being burned, like, massively. All right. Now we're going to come over to the next one. And this is one that also had a similar volatile price movement. All right. A very similar volatile price movement over here. Look at that. So this was the 15-minute candle on there. You started off here. You could have bought right here. All right. 294. It went all the way up. It went $2. So that's the same exact thing in that 15-minute candlestick right there. All right. And again, you're almost $2 down there. So I'm guessing, again, you could have, you're buying here at 294. All right. You come down here to 290. All right. So you're buying the 292 strike. All right. And maybe now, like by the time it's down here, maybe that's up like 40 to 50%. I don't know. And then at the peak up here, maybe that one was up 100%. So as long as you're taking a profit on it, so that's, you know, you got to be doing that. You're going to have this whipsaw action that is capable of, boom, giving you 100% on your 0 DTs, and then boom, taking it all away or more. I don't know. I don't know how much these things are going to pump. But then you got here, so that now you got Jerome coming along, and this is why I'm saying for when Jerome comes along, I want to take the strangle and I want to let one side die. All right, and I want to literally see where we go, because I do think it's going to be something like that where we run into the end of the day, or you come over here and I think we dumped into the end of the day. Hang on, bear with me right here. Yeah, you dumped into the end of the day. So let's just see where Jerome was. All right, so if you bought right here, which would be 1430. All right, so you would be buying right here, right? This is where Jerome was, and 16. So this is the end of the day, guys. You fell $7 freaking dollars. All right, $7 if you're buying $2 out the money for 50 cents, right? One of your sides just ran, you know, it's at $500. So it's 10x right now. You're at a 300% gain on whatever capital you put into that whole strangle. All right, so that's what I'm getting at. And this is why I want to do the live stream, all right? I didn't want to bug people with the video. If people just want to come in and out, they could do that. I just was going to be very open, like, hey, all right, this is what I'm doing. Just giving people ideas here, all right? And look at this. It's the same thing over here. If you wanted to sell one side, you could do it, all right? But look at that, all right? If you wanted to ride it, that would be, so we're looking for 16 here, all right? So all the way up here. So you hit a high. That's a $9 move, all right? $9. Love the live stream. I love you. There you go. Dunzy's the man, yo. Dunzy, you are the man. All right. But that's a $9 move. So if you're buying $2 out the money and you've had all this data burn the contracts, maybe they're 50 cents. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're 60 cents. But for the purpose of this example, 50 cents, all right? $2 out the money, you see a $9 move from the start of the candlestick. Let's say you open, I'm not saying I'm not doing that, because you don't know, all right? I'm going to play it how I've seen, you know, this is how I've had these successfully work in the past. I've had these not work at all in the past, and guess what? You need to have the plan or you're just going to get burned, I swear. Could you explain a strangle strat for SPX? That's what I'm trying to play. All right, let's actually, yeah. I'm not going to do 1 0 DT for that. I cannot help you with that because they're just so expensive. I don't even know how you would do it. 0 DT, we'll look at that though. All right. Yeah, but $9, guys. So one is worth 700 flipping dollars. So, you know, that's now like, you know, there you go. 700 divided by 50. That's like a 300, the 3.5x right there. Am I doing that? Am I like, no, that's a 7x. Am I, hang on. I swear I'm doing math wrong. I have to be. 700 divided by 50. Yeah, okay, I was doing math. What math are you doing, Henry? I don't, that was not easy, all right? For 14x, so, you know, there you go. Divide that by 3, and there's your total gain on your capital that you put into that specific strangle. Please play while you're online live commentary. Please play. I can play Fortnite. I'm not going to play Fortnite for you guys. I will not. But yeah. No, I'm not gonna live stream the presser if that's what you're talking about. I'll be going to watch me Kevin's live stream the presser. Maybe eventually we will do that, guys. All right. But I want to not any stress going on when this is happening. I want to be very focused. All right. I am going to play I'm excited to play the crap out of this thing. All right. I have not taken a trade today. All right, other than I took profit on my call. All right, that was up. It was up over 50%. That ended up working out, guys. All right, Discord members. I hope you guys, you know, we killed it. All right, and guys, this is a tough market. So again, like, pat yourself on the freaking back if you're not getting wrecked in this market. Like, just pat yourself on the back. All right, now that we went over that, all right, let's actually go over the charts. Where are we looking? Like, you know, what's going on here? SPX, actually. We'll go over SPX. I just realized I forgot again. All right. See, that's the good thing about live stream. See, you asked that. I wouldn't have done this. All right. Not a chance. All right. But again, this is taking more time. You know, I don't want to bug people's time with videos. All right. Like, if people want to chill with the live stream and join in while I'm doing this, that was the intent. Plus, I don't have to edit. That saves literally, which it's not even editing. If you end up, which I suck at not talking for a long time. All right. So, if you do end up recording a 30-minute video. I swear it takes like 20 to 30 minutes minimum to upload, at least for me, if not longer. So there's that. If it's longer, it takes longer. But yeah, ES, dude, ES. Okay, I guess we got to do the same thing we did over there. We got to go look at these daily moves. All right, so Feb 1st. All right, now we're looking for March. What was it? March 23rd. Right there. All right, so that, which, oh, it was 22nd, not 23rd. All right, so it's big fat red bar. Guys, by the way, look at how they turned around this candlestick. I was joking about how are they going to do it? You haven't seen it done, and they did it. And you come over here to VIX. What the hell did they do to Miss VIX, dude? What is this, guys? I think they're going to do the same thing they did over here. They're selling the volatility. So, like, I don't know. All I'm saying is if they tank you on Fomc, I don't think you're going to fall as hard as a lot of people think. And I think you're going to come maybe even down here and bounce. All right. And then you would have your short squeeze. And then you have that sell-off, right? But, like, it doesn't make sense to me to, not do that. I am just saying. All right. But coming over here, let's come over the 15-minute time. 15-minute time frame. All right. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this box. You were still respecting the box back then. All right. So it was right here. All right. Well, not right here. It was over here, I'm guessing. I'm guessing it was this big fat candlestick. Oh, look at that. It was that big fat candlestick. All right. So right here, guys, you started off here. You went $30 up. All right. So that was 15 minutes. So $30 up. And it looks like you literally came back down. So, yeah, the put side that got demolished while you're up here. Guys, just make sure if you're doing what I'm doing, you cannot be in a panicky mindset. Do not use a lot of money that you're going to be stressing about because, like, I'm not even going to do it because it's going to be stressful and it's not going to work if you're, sitting there panicking because one side will die when you have to sell one side and then, boom, you have the whipsaw move that is just capable of destroying premiums on the other side. All right, and then it comes back. There you go. All right, so you had a 30-point move. Let's come over here to SPX. All right, SPX, let's see. All right, 30 points moved. All right, that's big moves, big moves. All right, we need more. No, we need more. There we go. All right, so I don't know how much you're willing to spend. I have no idea. All right, but let's see. It should, it should be working out the same, all right? So I guess, I don't know, like, what should, like, the base be of, like, what you're willing to spend? 30, so max, you're coming here. So 550, you would be going to that. So, I mean, it would be like, 200% gain on one side, you would be able to sell, and then the other side would come back. Maybe you're able to sell the other side for around break even or whatever you choose to do. And that would mean you have 50% on your overall strangle if you could sell one for 200%. But are you really going to catch the whole move? I don't know. All right. That's what I'm saying. You cannot be panicking in this and, in an emotional state because laser focused. All right. 3K in the port. And you're doing an SPX strength. I don't know, yo. I'm just saying, hey, all right. I would listen, my port's not big. My port right now is like 13K. And guess what? There's not a chance I'm even like I'm gonna throw like a K at this, like on each one of these strangles max. I'm just saying, hey, if you want to do this, the SPX I say is like one of the riskiest options to do this. And yeah, it's just my 2 cents, just my 2 cents. But if you are gonna do them, yeah, you would be going like, hey, you got the expected move there was like 30 points you got over there. Let's check out the last one. All right, do you have like a similar? Come on, where'd you go? This is March, yeah. All right, so you got over here. All right, again, respecting the same exact box. Am I going crazy? No, we just look at the March one. We need to look at the Feb one. Am I forgetting about it? It's up here. I didn't mark it. All right, it's up here. It's fine. I'm guessing it's this right here. Yeah, it's literally this. All right, so you got this. You had, so this one was a little different. All right, so you went there and you only had your 15-point move, but that's probably going to be enough. All right, you had a yeah, you had about a 15-point move on both of these, both ends here. All right. If you're willing to hold out, that's when you get like the massive move. And that is actually, hey, all right, this is when I say these SPX options, they can actually make you go crazy. All right. They can make your account go crazy. All right. But again, I mean, you could do some crazy stuff with the normal options too. SPX is kind of crazy. At least for me, I don't have enough capital to be playing SPX, so I can't do it yet. But like at the same time, eventually, guys, I'm just gonna go over the futures market so I can trade in pre-market. All right, technicals work in pre-market and after hours, just like they do in intraday. Not as not as well, I guess, but yeah, all right, 88 point move. So that's the point when one of these sides goes absolutely berserker on you. And let's just bring up all of these. That's the point when you're buying, let's just even say you're buying 30 points out. All right, yeah, so you're buying 30 points out from what you're at right now. That would be 75, all right, $400. All right, but if you're going, to 80 points, all right, you're going from, you're having a move from 4135 all the way to, 4210. All right, so you're coming all the way up here, like right here, right? So that's putting you how much in the money there? That's like 50. Yeah, that's 50 points in the money. Your contract, what is it worth? $5,000? What is 50 points in what is that? 320. Yeah, $5,000. Yeah, okay, never mind. You know what? I can see why you want to play SPX. I can get behind. Like, I'm not gonna do it, but I can see why one would desire to have this play. All right. Now let's actually look at the last one. What happened on the March one then? Let me see how big the put move was from when Powell started speaking, because there you had that 80 point move. That's a massive move, right? And I know I didn't do it from when Powell started speaking. This is when Powell started speaking. You could have done it, and it would have been a better price to do the strangle at too, if you're looking at this, right? Because you had this 30 point move. So yeah, you could have actually sold the call side here probably for about 100%. All right, but then look at this, right? You absolutely tank. So it's a pretty similar dynamic here, right? So one of your sides here, all right, is going from what did we pick out, like $400? Was that what it was? All right, you're buying 30 points out the money. Okay, that's pretty expensive. That's what I'm getting at. It's so much. All right, so even on this, I mean, you're going from 580 from but that's what I'm saying. I'm serious. The SPY ones are going to do similar things if you get a move like that. So, hey, keep that one in mind. These SPX ones, the only thing that I would say these guys really like have a benefit over playing SPY options on those 0DTs is right at the end of the day. Right at the end of the day with all these, like, you see these crazy pumps or crazy dumps, all right? Like, I'm talking right at the end of the day. Like, I'm talking last, like, 5 minutes. The 0DTs on SPX die off, and you can then see like your $50 turn into like hundreds of dollars on the spot. And that's when I'd say it's worth gambling over here on the 0DT SPX. If your account's just big enough, hey, then you're not, if you're just trading these how I would trade my SPY calls and puts, then yeah, that's fine. All right. But yeah, so I hope that cleared things up. All right. If you have this move and you're buying 30 points out the money for $600, all right. And then by the time they'll probably be, we'll call it $500, right? And then you see this move, 76 points, all right, from where you bought it, 30 points. So now you're 45 points in the money. All right. That's, yeah, you're $4,500 in the money. All right. So one of your sides is going to, yeah, it's going to be up like, if my math is right there, that's like a 8x. Right? 9x. Yeah, 9x, I think. All right. If I'm doing that math right, I'm not sure I am, but there you go. All right. So, I hope that helped. I hope that helped. I don't do SPX, so I'm sorry that like might have taken a while to work through that one. All right. Let's get into the charts. Let's talk about that. And then I'm going to go over what I think is like, what I personally think will be going down, and then what I think, like, hey, the conditions that I'm looking for specific moves. All right, because it is going to come down to that. That's why I wanted to put this out earlier, because I don't know what's going to happen, but I can at least like let you guys know, like, like what he says, like what it likely does. All right, so you guys could take action on the spot, and I could take action on the spot. This is, at the end of the day, this is preparation, and that's like, I don't know if you guys notice, I don't sit here putting together a presentation for you guys. No, we're just doing this as we go. Right now, I'm just going to say right now, this is bullish price action we're seeing. This is on the 4-hour time frame. You're seeing you're literally coming back into the range. This is the range you broke down from that I was saying, like, oh, crap, guys, all right? Oh, now that the next stop is the next bottom of this range, right? The big range. And we also broke that. That was the big trap, right? But now we're back up in there, guys. We literally came back up, flip this, you know, we came back up here. Look at this, was where you were struggling over here. You came back, you flipped that. All right. And at the same time you did that, it was back testing this wedge. So that's what I was saying. I think it was in yesterday's video. It was just, yeah. So this was happening in yesterday's video. I'm saying this, like, you know, if you turn it around here, it's looking bullish to me. All right. You came back, you back tested. It was the same exact thing over here on SPY. Or not SPY, ES. Actually, I think we do have the same thing on SPY. Yeah, so you have ES, SPY doing that. Let me take that arrow off the freaking thing. There we go. All right, and SPX also came back and was finding buyers exactly where you needed buyers to step in. All right, if you come down to the 15-minute time frame, this was somewhere you had been getting rejected, and then boom, buyers ended up flipping it. All right, so guys, these are all the things I continuously watch. So, like, you know, I'm just saying, you know, this is something that, at least in this market, this is kind of what you got to do. And it doesn't really have to be, it doesn't have to be super crazy tech. Like, I mean, I guess it all is technical, all right? But it doesn't have to be crazy, all right? It's literally as simple as what I'm going over right now. You just literally look back on where the reactions happened over here, all right, with these zones, all right? Or if you want to use levels, you could do levels. I do them sometimes, but I don't think they're, you know, price. I much rather get the full picture here. It's the same thing with these oscillators, right? I'd rather use them than not use them. It's just because, like, hey, you're not seeing the full picture. In my opinion, you're flying blind without the oscillators, right? Like, we know, hey, you coming down here. Yeah, we can judge these candlesticks all we want. You know, I was doing that, all right? This was literally, you know, guys, I called bottom in yesterday's video, right? There was some guy in the comment section. Maybe he's out there right now. I don't know. But, like, he was saying, oh, you should get into acting or something like that. And because I guess I was bragging about calling something that I actually didn't call, when, no, guys, look back. I called the exact bottom. I saw it on NASDAQ. This is when I was saying, like, hey, if you're going to be starting to buy, or if you're going to take your shot at going long here, it's going to be right here, right? That's when I, you know, started noticing my signs popping up over there, and on the same thing on QQ. Now, guys, we're actually in this giant falling wedge, all right? Well, it's not giant, but, like, you know, we had that one that was much larger and produced this move. But guess what, guys? We're literally just, like, forming, like, these wedges are crazy in this market, guys. They're crazy. But yeah, on this 4-hour time frame, guys, we have the forming of a hammer candlestick. All right, so I don't know how this is gonna end. You know, I don't know, but if FOMC pumps you, there you go. But then again, it's FOMC, so, you know, today's gonna be crazy. We can't really try and call price action today. It's not really a point. All right, in the end, it's gonna come down to what they say. All right, and you know, options market is gonna, you know, it kind of runs the market. That's why I refer to the dealers so often. And guess what? They say the right things. You have a recipe for a massive short squeeze. That is my current. It is my opinion. All right, my current and personal opinion is that you definitely have a massive You have a recipe for a massive short squeeze. All right, you've actually been struggling here this whole time, right here at this 320.27. This is where you double topped over here. Look, you're just continuously dancing around this level. You're trying to flip it right now. All right, but it's not happening, right? I'm gonna actually show you guys, yeah, over here on NQ and ES, you do see the stochastics are beginning to hinge up there, so that is something to note there. All right, so, like, hey, all right, if you're gonna turn this thing around, price kind of stopped itself in the perfect spot. You can come back down here, but guess what? All right, unless you start really, like, closing underneath these things, all right, this zone right here, right, and get back in this trend line, all right, buyers, like, perfectly held the line over here. So I'm just pointing out, all right? That's what you got to do to really, you know, like, have structural damage to this current chart, all right? And that's all the way down at 408. So, and that is why the strangle, guys, the strangle is going to be sexy, all right? The strangles are going to be sexy. Because even that, just to cause the structural damage, you got a $4 move, all right? Is that going to happen today? I don't freaking know. All right, at the moment, guys, you have your hourly oscillators over here. Your 4-hour oscillators are not, though. They're just kind of hanging out in the middle. So we're, like, open to either. Okay, we can go in either direction here. The charts are not biased. All right, and we're currently just right in the middle here. You're on support. All right, I'm not saying it's the perfect spot. If they really rally on up into here, let's say the rate hike announcement brings you here. Now that is perfect. All right, because then Jerome gets to either break resistance. Yes, been so crazy, dude. It has been insane. All right, that's why I've been saying so much. All right, guys, pat yourself on the freaking back if you haven't been getting wrecked in this market. Like, this market has been I imagine ripping people to shreds. The only reason, like the past 2 weeks, I haven't been ripped to shreds is because I've been doing my damn best, which I'm trying to just get in the state where, hey, you don't have to try it all. And I'm going to get there, right? Practice makes perfect. It's a guarantee, all right? It's practice makes perfect. And if there's no way you could spend 5 years doing something and just not be really good at that something. And you had to have not applied yourself at all along the way to be in that situation. So there's that. But guys, I've been training like the past few days, guys. Every single time my edge pops up, I've been training with 3 contracts, and every time we see it, like, you know, if I see quick 15-20%, take one off. All right, oh boom, you're up 30% and you're at an obvious point of resistance. Boom, take another one off. All right, that was the case yesterday. I got to ride one into today and got to sell for over 50% gains. All right. So you don't have to go like heavy, all right? But you could consistently pull, like, you know, you could pull a couple $100 out of. I know a lot of people got jobs and like just do the math, all right? A lot of people aren't even making a couple hundred a day. I mean, a couple hundred, but like, hey, you're making 500 a day. You're making more than a lot of the freaking people, all right? Holy crap! Let me drink some water. Hang on. All right. Oh. Get some ASMR going. That's what's going on now. All right. But yeah, guys, VIX is like continuously getting rejected. I'm just saying. They are selling the volatility. So if you see a volatility spike, I think we're probably going to have a situation like this. I don't think they're, you know, I think they're probably going to get you back up here. I think that is what's going to happen. I think you have a lot of open interest on the put side of things right now. And it's not just for this monthly OPEX or even next, but it's across the board. You just still have, you know, just a lot of people. And the people who are holding these are probably retail investors with a lot of big, like, you know, they have big accounts. They have large accounts. They're willing to take these bets because they're like, yeah, I know the market's going to crash in like a year from now. All right. And then you also have a lot of big money. All right. And those are the rest of the open interest in these puts. So these guys are probably, you know, if they're still alive here, all right, and they were shorting anywhere up here and they're still in, guys, all you need is one crazy jaw-dropping move. And I'm sure you're going to have a lot of it. Like, I do know how options work. And it doesn't matter what expiration you got. We're saying all the way 3 months out, all right? Your puts are getting wrecked if you take a move into here. That's what's going to happen, all right? And, like, you know what? I still got Microsoft and Apple puts that are just wrecked. I got to get out of my VIX puts yesterday, or not puts, calls yesterday, so that was amazing. You know, VIX was kind of messing with me, but, you know, it worked out in the end. And honestly, guys, I'm just saying, all right? I got to sell, like... So I told you guys already, I sold my May 19 puts. Any May 19 puts I had, all right, I sold the day before you took a massive dump. I was just I was pissed that day. I was so annoyed. All right, I don't think I showed it, but, you know, I was very annoyed. But guess what? All right, look, it ended up all working out. And I'm serious, guys. All right, if you're not looking at, like, you know, red P&L that just goes up and down each day, it takes a lot off of your psyche, and if you're not in a flow state, that will be a heavy contributor to getting you into that flow state. Just you know, just something that I experienced this week. All right, well, last week, so that was good. But I got to experience the benefits of it this week. It was pretty, you know, it's been pretty fun this week. All right, so going over the charts, guys. Let's get into the charts. So you got the same thing going on as I showed you guys over on the futures over here. Stochastics are across. Well, they're getting ready to cross up. So, like, I'm serious, guys. If he does give you what, like, you know, what needs to be said, which is just like, I'm just saying, you just need to not hike 50 basis points, and you need to not mention recession. And if you do mention recession, I don't know how Jerome's going to spin it, guys. I don't know. I really don't. So, like, you could tank massively. All right. That could. So, like, let's go over a real scenario. Real talk here, right? You got 2 scenarios that come out of today. You tank for like a day or 2, and then you probably rally. Well, I'm not going to say a specific amount of time. I'm going to be watching, guys. It's all about my conditions. That's all I care about. All right. All right. Like, if we're coming into support and, you know, you got the oscillators across like all my different time frames telling me to do something, like, I'm going to be doing something, all right? Same thing that I was saying, like, over here, all right? I was saying, like, this is, hey, first of all, you were on a gap. All right. But second of all, this was going to be the most glorious bear trap of all time, just ripping so many puts to shred. And yeah, it did. All right. If you were holding your puts here, you got wrecked. All right. That's just like 100% what was happening. That's why I released the video earlier that day. Like, hey, I don't think this thing is going to. Excuse me. I choked that water. I got the hiccups now, guys. Oh, Jesus. All right. Yeah, I just didn't think it was going to end up just plummeting. So I don't think it's going to be that way now, right? And so, like, you know, even if he does hit us with some insane, like, you know, not insane, like just reality, pretty much. If Jerome just comes on and doesn't try and sugarcoat the fact that we're going to go through a recession, I think you do start sell off, but I do think you get that short squeeze. I do. All right. But I do think you're going to probably have a few days of selling for that. All right. But if he doesn't, if somehow he avoids the question entirely, okay, and you get the 25 basis point hike, all right, I think he's probably going to hint that they've done enough. All right. I think that would probably be where today goes. Because again, I showed you guys the US, the 2-year versus the federal funds rate, guys. Like, hey, it's telling us pivot and the pause. It's around the corner. I think he's finally going to start making it sound like he's in control, right? Because if he doesn't start easing the market into the idea that a pause is around the corner or the pivot, all right, either or, all right. But here's the thing, guys, if he just mentions that the pivot is going to be happening at the, say, the next FOMC meeting, or like they're getting close to it, that's when the market's going to squeeze its ass off, and then we know we tank the next time. Or we don't know that, but like that's what I'm saying. If they, you know, the pivot, I think the initial reaction to that news, like even though the pivot means market crash, it's how it's always gone down, all right? Because, hey, that's when, you know, the Fed has gone too far. They broke something big, and there you go. They can't do what they got to do. That's your crash, all right? That's your moment, all right? But if he does mention that, like, it's time, they're doing, like, a lot, but they're not doing it at this meeting, I think you rally your butt off. If you pause, I think you rally your butt off. If they do the 25 basis point hike, I think the initial reaction might be a slight sell-off, like on the 15-minute candle. It might be a sell-off. I think you're going to rebound back up, though. And then I think you probably rally into Powell, all right? Or I don't know. Or Powell is the thing that rallies you back up. I don't know. That's why I'm playing the strangle. I have no idea how today goes. I'm just going to do what I got to do to, you know, pull some money out of it. So, yeah. I'm doing what I got. I'm doing what I got to do to consistently pull money out of the market. I think this is a valid way to do so today, because at the end of the day, I don't know the direction this thing takes. All right, which is kind of, you know, I don't know. I want to play like I want Friday's expiration too on something, but I also don't, because like what if they hit you with this move and then boom, you're back down to doing that. So anybody who's just, you know, trading intraday, you know, you're going to have opportunity anyway pop up. All right. That's almost a guarantee. All right. And like, I'm just saying, guys, all right, look at this. You're pumping. This is so beautiful. You're so beautiful, guys. What if they pump you into this? They tank you on, I don't know. What if they tank you on a rate hike announcement? They do. What if they say there's a 50 BP rate hike? The thing tanks its butt off. You have like a $5 move down. I don't know. All right. But you tank on the rate hike announcement because it's a 50 BP hike and the market, it takes a giant puke. Then Powell comes along, and during his presser, all right, he mentions that they are going to pause or they're going to pivot. That is when the market turns around and says, I don't care what you just did. We're going to rally. I think this is all speculation, 100% speculation. All right. And this is why, guys, this is why we're doing a live stream. I knew I was going to get to talking a lot. All right. I knew it. I did not want to sit there. Yeah, I just wanted to be able to go straight out. People can hop in and out if they want to, or you could stay for the whole thing like you would. I know, like, you know, there's like 1/3 of all the people watch the whole video. So, you know, hey, thank you guys for doing that. I know they're long videos, so I mean, I guess I'm doing something right. If people are watching very long videos, that is the thing. All right, let's actually look at DXY, guys. DXY came back into its broadening formation here, this broadening bottom. All right, which is not like, you know, that's not a good sign for, you know, you're going to tank. But, you know, anything's going to happen on FOMC, right? If they mention, you know, I think if they mention, I think they raise rates. I think DXY goes up. All right, I think that would be the initial reaction. All right, and I'm not gonna act like I know DXY too well. All right, technicals, I do know for a fact technicals are gonna follow this thing. All right, they already did over here. All right, on the weekly time frame, you do have this bullish divergence going on from here to here, and it's over here as well. Actually, you burned it over here on the RSI, I believe. If you made a lower low there. All right. Regardless, you came down and you found buyers at the same exact level. So that's so you know, hey, TA applies to everything. Every ticker, guys. All right. That's just how it works. Except this VIX 1 day shit. I saw this. What the fuck is this? What is this? You could actually put in this and you could find some wedges. So I guess it actually does work exactly like the VIX. All right. Look at this, guys. Look, perfect, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. All right. But yeah, look at this. Look at that. Yesterday was up 97% yesterday. Jesus. So what is this even? I don't get it. So like the market thought VIX was going to go up like 97%. Like I don't get what this is. I don't know. I don't know. If some guys, please, if you know, let me know what, how I can use 1 day VIX. All right. Because at the current point in time, I have no idea how to use 1 day VIX. So I will not be bringing it to you guys. That I will not. All right. All right. So I'm going to get you guys out of here. All right. Let's, what did we not go over, guys? I mean, we kind of went over everything as we went. It just wasn't in an organized fashion whatsoever. All right. Like not at all. All right. We're here. All right. We are here. That's a bit of corn. All right. And you do have this. Again, this broadening flag going on right here. All right. All right. So yeah, guys. All right. I think I went over everything, right? Guys, did I go over everything? I don't know. I don't even know if there's anyone still out here. This is a long video. Well, it's not a video. That's the thing about these streams, guys. Because I'm not like really thinking about it like a video, it definitely didn't go down like a video at all. So, there's that. All right. Plus, I still have not figured out how to do tags, but you know what? That's okay. I will funnel people over from Webull today. That is just what I'll do. And hey, you know what? Hey guys, if you're part of the Webull fam, hope you guys been enjoying those. All right. SPX is coming into resistance though. So that is something to note right here. But so far, guys, I mean, this really does look like bullish price action going into this event. At least to me, like, it is going to all ultimately come down to what is said. But like, if I was to take a guess at it, I would say you're probably going to pump. All right, you're probably going to pump off of the rate hike announcement. I don't know what happens off of Jerome Powell. All right, you're pretty bullish going into this thing, or maybe it drops you down and it brings you all the way back down here for Powell, and then that rallying you back up. I don't know. All right, but you don't have any signs right now that you are going to be going down. All right, you had these divergences going on over here. All right, which told us we're probably going to be declining. What I told the in the morning briefing over on the Discord. All right, said I wouldn't be surprised to see the morning start with a decline. All right, and then you continue, on up. That does look like that is exactly what happened. All right, and when I say these things, guys, I don't know like when the buyers are going to step in. All right, I'm just saying like conditions. It's literally conditions. When I see things pop up, I gotta say things. All right, but yeah, all of these are you're like right here in just this reaction spot on all of these. And actually, what I'm bringing up right now is IWM, guys. All right, what I did look at though is the percent moves are pretty crazy over here on IWM, but they kind of also are on SPY anyway. So that is what I was looking at, and the SPY gains were just as much as the IWM gains on that move anyway. So yes, IWM does like kind of squeeze sometimes, but I don't think I'm going to be playing it too much, right? I don't think it's definitely not as technically sound as SPY and QQ, 100%. And QQQ is just beautiful when it comes to TA. Do you see this? Like, this is beautiful, all right? I love QQ so much. Look at this. Look at this beautiful baby. All right. Let's actually look at XLF, guys. XLF is still finding resistance. All right. Or it found resistance. Still finding support. I meant support. All right. Still finding support. All right. I don't know what is going to end up happening with this one, but I did see, what is Schwab? What is the ticker for Schwab? I feel like it's this Schwab. We're gonna type in Charles Schwab. There it is. All right. I know Charles Schwab was, it was down the other day, and then you had FRC. All right, that was just delisted the other day. Oh, we still have the federal funds thing. All right, so it's not showing it here, right? It's not showing halted or whatever the heck it was, all right? And then you had the pack W. Was another one that was also like just dying the other day. I think it was down like 30%. Yeah, so 30%. So this is a thing that's being revisited. So I'm just saying, we're getting this into FOMC. I don't know how much further you're going to fall off this without finding your support there and your buyer stepping back in. Because at the end of the day, guys, like there still is, they're either going to pay out all these puts or they're not. Are you going to be live trading? Eventually, guys, eventually. When I feel I am good enough to not look like an idiot on a continuous basis, then yeah. All right. But until then, guys, if you literally just want to trade with me, like I'll show you guys, all right? You can just literally come in here. All right. It is $1.30 a day. All right. Anybody who is not willing to listen, guys, I pay like for 100 alone. I just paid for Zero Hedge and then the Sentiment Trader, and both of those were about $100. So like, which actually I got the trial on the Sentiment Trader. I accidentally bought Zero Hedge thinking it was Sentiment Trader, so there was that. But yeah, if anyone's not willing to pay $1.30 per day, if you think that's like expensive, I'm just gonna say you should not be trading. That's like 100%. You should go put together an income to do that. So there's that. But yeah, if you want to, like, it's literally here, all right, and you could follow along with me. So I will literally one post per setup. So this was like literally right at the bottom of the day. That's QQ at 318. So that's what I was saying. That guy was saying I was claiming to have called the bottom. No, I literally called it live during yesterday's video, right? And if we were live, it just would have been live. So when I am live, I'm able to do these things and call those out. All right. But you know, if it's in the video, you guys are going to be seeing it like an hour later. All right. But yeah, until that time comes, I'm never going to just switch over the videos to doing, you know, live streams like this. This is just on occasions. All right. This is when I don't, you know, I don't have time to do it, or it's a day like this where I'm going to have to squeeze it in. So I might as well, you know, come on here and do an hour-long live stream and really, you know, prepare with you guys. We could just go over the charts together. All right. But yeah, going into this guy's, it does look bullish to me. I'm just going to say that right now. All right. But yeah, guys, in like, give me like 3 months or so. You're like, I'm testing myself out for the next 6 months, all right, guys? So I need positive weeks every week for the next 6 months. And that is my, like, hey, you're good. All right, you can do this thing. Is this can be an income. And I've gotten a taste of that over the past, I think it's been 3 weeks of, you know, really treating this like, hey, you're trying to treat this like an income. Maybe it's only been 2 weeks. I don't know. Maybe it was last week and this week. I have no idea. All right. I think it's been 3 weeks now, though. But yeah, all right. Well, it's been 2.5, including this week. So there's that. But yeah, like, you know, if I get to a point where I'm, you know, doing that, I will literally do that. Because I know there's, I found this inner circle guy on Twitter, and I think that's literally what he does. So eventually that will also be a way to build the following, and, you know, it'll be a way to offer value to, yeah, just in a way I can't right now. All right. But if you do want to do that, all right, if you want to, like, I'm serious, I will continuously provide opportunities. And it's not, I don't even want to say opportunities. I'll continuously provide setups. All right. If you want the continuous updates, all right, on just important reaction spots, that's all day. All day. You don't have to have notifications. If you want to sit there day trading and stuff, this is where I'll continuously let you know what's going on with the charts. Continuously, anytime something's going on, there's that. All right, but if you want to literally only have notifications on for this, which across the whole Discord, everything's muted except for this tab right here. All right, and this tab is literally anytime there's a setup, I will be calling it out here. This is when I pull the trigger on my trade, and then I will, you know, update you guys on that over here. All right, and you know, to go along with whatever's over there. Sometimes I'll take trades without that, but, you know, the vast, like, pretty much all the trades I'll be calling out, it's when my edge pops up. All right, so that's why they have been so accurate in comparison to me just, like, you know, throwing darts at a board here. You know, I'm just not taking the risk, and that's how I recommend doing it in this market, guys. We're able to catch this. You know, we caught the sell. All right, we caught the sell, we caught the rip, we caught this rip, caught these sells. All right, like, I'm just like, if you approach it this way, I really do believe a lot of people that are continuously getting frustrated with the market, me included. All right, guys, like, why do you think I shifted over to, I'm trying this out? All right, because I'm freaking frustrated of like continuously making massive money on swings, but then I get in an environment that just I lose a bunch of money on it, and I'm sick and tired of that. You know, and again, I'm going to recommend Mark Douglas. All right, guys. I think that's something. I came across him like I first launched the Discord, the Patreon. That's someone recommended in there. Thank you, Kid Slam. All right, that I firmly believe that is a solid step to go in anyone's trading journey. Just learn what not to do, because as long as you're doing it, you're never going to get to the other side. It's just not going to work. All right, guys. So I'm gonna leave you guys off with that. All right. I'm still gonna be watching VIX. If you start seeing VIX explode past here, all right, you really do have to start getting closes over here. That's what I'm gonna be looking for. You see, you've just been continuously. I meant today for FOMC. No, I'm not doing anything. All right. I'm not gonna be live here for FOMC. I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna be watching me Kevin's live stream, and yeah, I still gotta go to the gym, so I gotta go do that. Hey guys, all right, if you're, you know, if you're not consistently, you know, having exercise in your life, just know, like, hey, it's something that's going to immediately just throughout all the other activities in your life, it's going to make them just, I don't know, more enjoyable. You're just going to be more uplifted throughout the day. At least that's, you know, that's what I experience when I go to the gym. And when there's days that I'm not in the gym, I'm already in Discord. There you go. But yeah. I will. I didn't know that's what you're talking about. Yes, I will. My apologies. I thought you were talking about here. I will 100% be, you know, I will do live updates on the Strangle. 100%. That's the point of the Discord. That's what I was getting at just now. That is the point. If you do want to see these things, that is like, this is where you'll literally get them every single day. All right. And if you want to follow it, even if you don't want to follow along, if you're like, that's what I'm saying. If you're a newbie in this market, guys, pay the like people charge hundreds for courses. Pay the $40 so you can watch someone for 30 days. Just continuously do things in the market on a continuous basis. Hit legs yesterday. Hell yeah, yo. Hell yeah. I gotta go hit legs today. So I currently got a foot injury, so I can't freaking do my squat press. I can't squat or anything like that. I haven't squatted in a while though, so that doesn't even matter to me. But I can't do my squat press or leg press, and that sucks. I started physical therapy yesterday for my foot. They told me I got to limit my dog walking. I really like, they told me I have to limit my activity until this, you know, starts getting better. I told them I'm not willing to just not go work. And there's that. But so I guaranteed have to, you know, put some strain on the foot. But I mean, it's not really bad. It's really weird, guys. It is really freaking weird. It like hurts if I like spend all day sitting. All right, and then I go and try walk a little, then it hurts a little. All right, if I walk a decent amount, you know, like, you know, not too bad though. It feels amazing walking, and then after, it feels great, all right? But when you overuse it or just walk on it in the wrong way or something, it will just hurt for the rest of the night. And then it needs to reset. I don't know what the heck is wrong with it, and they also don't, but we're working on it. All right, so that is cool. All right, guys, I know I'm just talking. I will catch you guys in the next one. Let's see, is there anything going on in the chart? I know we are exploding. You see what's going on there. All right. But you know, guys, are we doing anything important right here? That is what we need to know, guys. We are breaking out from, and this is, guys, this is why. Like, I have two here. They were both being respected. So if you guys think like, oh, what is this monkey doing? It's freaking drawing with his crayons on this chart. Why does he have two trend lines here? That's why I had two trend lines here. They're both being respected. You clear as they see, like, hey, this is being respected. It's being respected. All right. I'm 17 at 200 pounds body weight. My best rep max for squat is 270. Jesus. 17. Nice, yo. Nice. Nice. Dude, I wish I started lifting in the right manner. I just ended up like, now I'm 23 and I just do like, I got like a shoulder / back injury. I have a wrist injury. Gotta wear my left wrist wrap every single time. My wrist still freaking hurts. It's been like that for like so long now. And then I got the foot injury now, which I got from over a year ago. I was running when this one popped up. I had stopped running for that. I wish I just like, you know, just knew what to do. There are so many fitness influencers when I was coming up about, I don't know how it is now. All right. I know there's like Coach Greg, there's that guy, but he doesn't even like, he doesn't really have like, you know, like a guide for newbie beginners. There's just no guide how to do things properly. In reality, like, hey, all right. You know, it's pretty obvious once you get down the line, like what you can't do and what you can do. And like, dude, everyone just wants to freaking lift mass amounts of weight. But dude, I remember having terrible deadlift form. Like, no wonder I wound up with a back injury. If you have arthritis, I would recommend try CBD cream. CBD cream. I don't know. Maybe. I remember CBD I don't remember if it was a cream or whatever, but I think it was a gel I was putting on. They put it on my shoulders when I was like, this has been for years. It's been going on, all right. But yeah, I used to try that for like a week, and that was I remember it felt like not icy hot, but it was like very weird. It like numbed it. All right, guys, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of the day. Good luck. Do not make any rash decisions over there. All right, FOMC is a thing, and it's gonna bring volatility. That is a guarantee. So do what you got to do, guys. All right, I'm just saying, as of right now, all right, we're not getting any massive spike here with VIX. It is like technically sound like you're bullish right now, but it's gonna all depend on what happens with the rate hike announcement in the presser. If you come out and you see 50 BP hike, guys, this thing's gonna tank at least until like Powell comes out and calms everything down and says something bullish. All right, if you get a 25 BP hike, all right, or it's a pause, this thing's gonna rally its butt off. All right, so that is what I think would go down there. All right, if you're in the Discord, I'll keep you guys updated over there. All right, with that being